So this is the Office of Adult Learner and Veteran Services. It's in the Laurie Student Center on the second floor in room 195. And it's right next to the atrium that looks out over the bus entrance. So if you know where this lobby is, then you can find your way to Adult Learner Veteran Services.
I enjoy helping other students, particularly, well, I like all students.
What's great about this place? This is a little movie for the Student Fee Review Board.
What's great about this place?
Yeah.
The ability to connect with other student veterans. Also, those students that are non-traditional, like older students. That's a great thing, because I don't really have a lot in common with somebody who's 19, 20. I'm not sure what area of social work I want to go into, but I know that I enjoy working with other people, so maybe youth and crime, maybe veterans with disabilities, being that I've got a disability and I'm a veteran. So I got some in. Finished high school when I was 15. I didn't graduate. I went straight into the military. I did that for 10 years. And then I got discharged, medically discharged from the military, and decided to go back to school and educate myself, if it's possible.
So you work here, right? So what do you see happening in this lounge?
What
Why
do I
is it
see?
so important for us to have it?
It's a place, like I said, it's a good place for you to come and connect with non-traditional students. Also, there's free tea and coffee. It's great for socializing, and also you can come in here and study when it's quiet. And also the different activities that get put on, and also the opportunities available for things like scholarships, that kind of stuff.
What branch of the service were you in?
Army.
And what made you want to come back to school?
I had 2 years of school before I got deployed, and so it was just time to return.
Oh, I see. What are you studying?
I'm studying computer information systems and marketing.
What do you want to do with that?
Not sure yet. I think database management, mostly like business improvement and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I'm playing it by ear.
So what kind of help are you getting through ALVS program?
Well, number one, I got involved. Like the first time I was in college, I was too young, and I didn't like it was from school to homeschool. So it was not the college experience. Now it's like befriending people here. We have the SVO, which is the Student Veterans Organization. And just different student organizations, different people to hang out with, and people that have experiences in common. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, master's in anthropology.
Do you mind my asking how old you are?
58.
58. And what's your goal in getting your degree?
Get my degree and get out and go back to work.
What are you going to do?
Either go back to work for a federal agency, as I did before, as an archaeologist, or work for a natural resources group. Providing support through this lounge and through its programs is critical. I also think that older students and veterans provide unique perspectives. They provide life experience that they can pass on to the younger students. If I'm addressing typical undergraduates, let's say 18 to 22-year-olds, you've got another 50, 60 years in front of you. And it's not just a matter of coming in, getting your degree, and getting out, and like I said earlier, getting back on the gravy train. You're going to find that you're going to have to come back to an academic environment, whether continuing education or in pursuit of a graduate degree or another degree at some future point. So why not lay the framework now to have that support for you 10 years down the road?
I understand that you're a veteran.
I am. I served in the Army Special Forces for 6 years. And I got out of March of this year, March of 2010, and just kind of enjoyed the summer and went to school started school in August.
Yeah. Can you tell me a little bit about your service in the Army? Were you stationed overseas?
I was stationed in Fort Carson, Fort Bragg, North Carolina. And then also I did 3 tours to Iraq, 1 to the Republic of Georgia, and then 1 to the Republic of Kosovo.
And so what brought you back to school?
I always wanted to be a history teacher, and that's what I'm going for now.
And then here, since the pressure is pretty high, getting good grades and all the classes you have to take, and there's not very much time really even to non-traditional students to really bond on the classes here and classes there. And so I'm thankful for this center here, because this is pretty much the only way where you can kind of connect to people who are, I mean, I'm still one of the oldest here, but where you kind of are able to connect and have support.
Why are you studying Chinese?
Well, I have 10 grandkids, and 2 of them are grandkids that are coming to learn Chinese in a Chinese family. My son married a Chinese gal, and the kids are growing up to be bilingual, studying English and Chinese. So I want to be able to talk with them in Chinese and to write them letters. It's important for the older generation to be able to have adult learning opportunities and a place to expand and use those opportunities.
Yeah.
That's really important.
Well, I'm 32. I am a mother to 2 small13 I have a 5-year-old and a soon-to-be 3-year-old. And I'm back at school after having been gone for 13 years.
What are you in school for?
I'm currently an English major. I'm hoping ultimately to teach at the university level, so I've got a lot more adult student, not the typical age and not the typical experience of a traditional college student. I like being able to come here and do my homework, and I know I'm not the only one that likes to be able to do that. And I think the more the office has to offer, the less likely adult students are to feel alone. My daughter doesn't say if I go to college, she says when I go to college. That couldn't be any bigger. I wrote an essay actually about what I was going to teach my kids about going to college, because I feel like the world will tell them how important an education is, and by the time they're in high school, it'll probably just be expected. I mean, already now people look at a bachelor's like, okay. It doesn't have the same weight that it used to. But I'm the first generation in my family to be getting a college degree. And so that's not going to be their experience. And I know sometimes they're watching me do homework when they'd rather jump on my bed. But they're learning by my example. And I think that that's a big blessing. I bring my kids to campus a lot. That's another thing that I get from this lounge. Because of the events that they sponsor, I was able to take my kids to CSU Day at the Corn Maze. I'm able to take them to see a movie that's new and give them dinner and a movie and popcorn and that kind of thing. When I don't have the budget to just go do that at the regular movie theater, that's just not worked into the financial aid equation.
Yeah.
So I think about that kind of thing a lot. You know, my kids dressed up for Halloween as Cam the Ram and a CSU cheerleader.
Keep that education objective. Keep moving forward. Doesn't make a difference whether you take Chinese or biology or German or history or engineering or political science or what. Keep learning.
Yeah.
Because when you keep learning, you keep that old brain moving.
Yeah.
And those gray cells don't disappear on you.